Well, I paint the natural world, mostly trees, because I have an affinity for them. I feel like they're sort of personalities out there, and I just love their movement.
Artist Katherine Nora connects with trees on a deep level, using swirling oils to bring each one's personality to life. A collection of her works of nature opens this weekend at, appropriately enough, the Museum of Natural History in Brewster and runs through the end of April.
I like the natural world and what happens out there and how I feel in it and the communication that goes on, even if it's only in my mind. I was a graphic artist for a long time, and I had a little advertising design agency and all that. And I never painted until one day my husband at the time was going to have his novel published. And I thought to myself, this is an opportunity for me to do the cover to his ha ha ha, right? So I did. I painted a little cover for it, which of course was rejected. But I kind of I got it. I got that. I really wanted to do it. And I said to him, look, I supported you while you were writing your novel. How about if you support me for a little while I investigate this painting business? And so I did. So he did, and I did. And I started out with watercolors, very careful watercolors, realistic. Um, and from there, I started to paint, believe it or not, furniture with enamel paints. Then I got into a little community in Wellfleet with a bunch of artists, and I started to be with them and started painting on canvas, truly painting. I was kind of, before that, I was just making, not just, but I was doing some pretty crazy things on furniture. And furniture is a little hard to store, to move around, to have, So anyway, so that's when I started to paint on canvas. Sort of allegorical back then. I was painting, mythological stuff and figures. Then I started painting with oils on canvas, and boy did I love oils, and I still do. I just love the way they feel. It's like painting with melted butter, and it doesn't dry, and you can blend, and I'm just fascinated watching my hand do it. So I used to have a huge garden. So I'd garden, then I would paint my garden. I know that's probably what a lot of people do, but I really started to love just the peacefulness of that. Me and the natural world and my hand. And I still love that little triangle of associations, just the three of us, doing it. Yeah, every painting, just about, unless it's not going well, and of course at times it doesn't, it's just like a love affair or a relationship of some kind. And for me, it really is kind of a little love affair. You just want to stare at it and ask, you asking it, what do you need? What do you need? What do you want? How about if I do this? And then, like, first thing in the morning when I get up, I have to go and look, how's it going? Ooh, I want to get to it. And then, yeah, and everything that you do kind of changes something else. So then you have to figure out how to make it all come together and be what it's going to be. And I do wait for the painting to say, here's what I need over here. And very often I'll paint a little sketch to begin with, and I love that. Like I think, don't wreck it. Don't wreck it, Kathy. Just leave it alone. But of course I have to paint it. And often I'll make something, some line or some little area that I just love. And I keep painting around it, and gradually I realize that's what's holding the whole painting back. But I can't bear to let go of it. And then there comes a time when I have to go and just paint it out. So there's all these little adventures within one little painting. Plus I do love what I do, and I love watching the paint. And I like watching when two colors are next to each other, and you can blend them and mix them, but you don't make a mess if you're clever enough. And just to see what the paint does, and I like thick paint. I kind of stick to just two or three brushes. I know that's not what they would teach you in school, but that's how I do it. I have my favorite brush, and I want to use that for everything. Because it works. It's working. I don't often wait for my oil paint to dry. I can't because I'm involved with the painting. It takes a few days, especially depending on the color. White takes a long time to dry, and some darker colors are dry the next day. It's not like acrylics where it's dry in 10 minutes. But acrylics, they just don't have the life, to me, the depth, of color that oils do. But I like that it doesn't dry. In the beginning, I was completely intimidated by oil paints because of that, but now I love it. I really do feel that trees have personalities and energy, and without getting too metaphysical, when I paint them, I feel like I'm painting them to life. You know what I mean? Like if you paint somebody's face, it's so intimate because if you're painting their cheek, say, I feel like I'm painting someone's actual cheek. It's a very intimate thing. And that's how I feel about the natural world, that I'm painting the thing into life. I feel the life in it, and that's what I want. When I'm really feeling good about a painting, that's what's going on.